Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordering the arrest of more than 50 Democrat lawmakers who fled the state to block a vote on redrawing the state's congressional maps.
Democrats have done something that's very un-Texan. They've turned their backs on their fellow Texans. When it came to a fight, they turned and ran away, not just from this redistricting fight. They ran away from dealing with the flooding issues that are still echoing across the Kerrville area. Families desperately need results from the state legislature in this 30-day special session that are not going to be delivered because Democrats are hanging out in Chicago and New York and other places.
Political strategist Tiffany Marie Brannon joins us now. Tiffany Marie, good morning to you. You don't get much more heated than arrest warrants. So how do you feel about this political fight in Texas and where things go from here?
Yeah, well, it's amazing what Democrats will do to avoid working. But really, where are the adults in the Democratic Party? At the end of the day, this is all about power. They do not care about the fact that they have real live American Texans who need their help. They are terrified of the fact that they're going to lose 5 seats when this redistricting happens because they will go most likely toward Republicans. And so instead of doing their job and showing up for, the offices that were there for them elected by the people, they're running away to these states like Illinois, where you have Governor Pritzker saying he's going to do everything in his power to protect them. Protect them from what? Working? Doing their job? So effectively, they have abandoned their duty. They have abandoned their role. They have abandoned what the American people elected them for. And I believe that Governor Abbott is right in laying down the law and trying to really, show the world and the rest of Texas that this will not abide.
Well, unsurprisingly, California Governor Gavin Newsom vowing to fight back at Texas's redistricting plan. Listen.
They've triggered this response, and we're not going to roll over. And we're going to fight fire with fire. Whatever they are doing will be neutered here in the state of California. And they will pay that price.
I mean, you literally hear him there threatening gerrymandering in response. But Tiffany, isn't Texas just responding in part to California's gerrymandering over the course of decades, not to mention the gerrymandering in states like Illinois, literally the state where these Texas Democrats fled to?
Absolutely. I mean, we've been seeing this for years from the Democratic Party. And, you see what's going on in terms of the fact that, Gavin Newsom's terrified that Trump is going to remove illegals from his census count, which means he would also lose 5 congressional seats. So really, you see this play by Democrats that they don't like the taste of their own medicine. We're talking about the same people who had absolutely no problem considering court packing the Supreme Court with like 13 justices, or appointing all these judicial activists, or making D.C. a state so they could get 2 more Senate seats. They don't like playing fair, and they have no integrity or accountability when they get a little, dose of their own.
Yeah, just got to push back a little bit here. Illegals aren't necessarily counted in the federal voting calculation, but we'll see.
Census.
Ultimately, the census, their goal, obviously, to your point, is to get those individuals here so that at some point when they become citizens, they vote.
Okay, so Tiffany Marie, several House Democrats, including members of the squad, were in Mexico City over the weekend. Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Pressley were all there. Summer Lee as well. Illinois Congresswoman Delia Ramirez was also there, and at this conference in Mexico, she said, "I'm a proud Guatemalan before I am an American." The White House responded to these comments, saying these Democrats' comments are despicable and underscore their commitment to putting Americans last. What do you think about that comment from the American Congresswoman saying she is more proud to be Guatemalan?
I think it's a perfect example of why DACA and birthright citizenship has become such an issue. We have people coming here to America who are not integrating. They might even be born here, but they would rather champion their home countries and, like Charlie Kirk just posted yesterday, import the third world and you will become the third world. And Ramirez has actually completely admitted openly and proudly that her own husband is illegally in the United States. And the question we should be asking are, why are people who are knowingly and openly and proudly breaking the law holding office? And why are they being so promoted and championed by sitting members of Congress?
It's okay to be proud of one's heritage. Like, I'm pretty proud of my Italian heritage. Carly, I know you're proud of your Puerto Rican and other aspects of your heritage, but we're Americans. We're Americans first and foremost, and that's who we fight for on a day in and day out basis. You think a congresswoman would understand that?
That's the truth there. Tiffany Marie Brannon, thank you for joining us.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.